So it stands to reason if you're asked to conduct a full and complete investigation into all policies, decisions, and activities, you need to access all witnesses and all relevant documents. Because the final task assigned to this committee is to write a comprehensive report, complete with recommendations on how to prevent future attacks. And to write a comprehensive report, you need access to all witnesses and all relevant documents. It is essential we talk to every witness with knowledge and examine all relevant evidence. If 6 people witness an important event, you cannot credibly report on that event by examining 1 out of the 6. Frankly, you can't credibly report on that event by interviewing 2 out of the 6. Each witness has a different perspective. Each witness may have observed a different fact. Each witness has a different vantage point. So to do your job, you have to interview all witnesses. So too with documents. It is interesting, but not relevant, to note the number of pages agencies produce to Congress. What is both interesting and relevant is whether the agency has produced all documents responsive to the request. Giving Congress 10,000 pages of material out of a universe of 10,000 pages of material is good. Giving Congress 10,000 pages of material out of a universe of 100,000 pages of material does not get us any closer to issuing a final report in a timely fashion. And make no mistake, time is of the essence. The world is not a safer place, as some of you may have noted even this morning. It is not safer than it was in 2012, so the sooner we make recommendations related to the improvements that make lives better for the women and men who serve us abroad, the better. Moreover, time does not make investigations or witness recollections or memories or evidence better either. The purpose of today's hearing is to hear from some agencies and entities about the state of compliance with requests for documents and access to witness. And we have had some success. The State Department provided the committee with 25,000 pages of documents, previously provided to the Oversight Committee, but now with fewer redactions. In addition, this production included, finally, 15,000 new pages of documents. These documents include significantly more traffic from State Department leadership than in previously provided information to Congress. These new documents are a reminder that no previous standing committee compiled or had access to a complete record of events, which is precisely why the Speaker constituted a select committee to produce a complete, definitive record for our fellow citizens. Additionally, as of recent, the CIA made available some of the documents we requested in November. And while it is good to finally receive the new documents, the pace at which this process is moving is not conducive to the committee concluding its work expeditiously, and frankly, it should not take a public hearing to make progress on these requests. Our hearings should be about substance, not process. We should be analyzing documents, not waiting for them to appear. I want to read a quote. I can promise you that if you're not getting something you have evidence of or you think you ought to be getting, we will work with you. And I will appoint someone to work directly with you starting tomorrow. With you, Mr. Chairman, to have a review of anything you don't think you've gotten that you're supposed to get. Let's get this done, folks. That was Secretary John Kerry. And that was in April of 2013. So my objective is simple. I want to be able to look the family members of the 4 murdered Americans in the eye and tell them we found out everything that we could. I want to be able to tell my fellow citizens, including the man from Oregon, who sat beside me on the plane yesterday, who used to guard facilities across the world as a Marine, that we made improvements that make women and men who serve us in dangerous places safer. And I want to be able to look my fellow citizens in the eye, regardless of their political ideation, and say, this is what happened, and this is how we can make sure it does not happen again. So there will be no mystery to my questions today. There will be no trickery and no artifice. I want to know when the agencies are going to comply with the request. made by this committee so we can finish the work assigned to us, because I have zero interest in prolonging the work of this committee. And by the same token, I have zero interest in producing a product that is incomplete. So in conclusion, I want to be as clear as I can possibly be. We intend to access all of the information necessary to do the job the House instructed us to do. And we need to access that information now. Talking to only some of the witnesses will not work. And accessing only some of the documents will not work. If you want all of the truth, then you need all of the information. And we will do it in a respectful way, worthy of the memory of the 4 who were murdered and worthy of the respect of our fellow citizens. But it is going to be done. And the sooner the agencies make these documents and witnesses available to us, the sooner we can do what we were asked to do.